G'day and welcome to Cities Skylines. We're back in Amity Bay, a modded Let's Play series on my channel. So in this video, I want to add 2 parks to the city, just using mostly the vanilla park assets, then detailing them. We actually had a great suggestion from Angelo Jandrick, who said they can imagine a festival area behind the big box retail, and I think that's a great idea, so we're going to add that in as well. I think we could do a very mini Glastonbury in the heart of our suburbia here, and part of me thinks, is that just weird? Like, would that really happen? And then I think of places like Hyde Park in London, where they do that all the time. Okay, maybe not with tents, but artists have concerts there all the time. Or, on Google Earth, I was looking at Butte Park in Cardiff, same thing. Right in the middle of suburbia here, a massive park, and I think they're actually literally setting up for a concert in this image. So that can be our inspo for today. I'm excited, let's do it. And while I lay it all out, why don't we fast forward? Now let's take a look at what we've got here. So starting in our little mini Glastonbury here, or Glaston Mini, shall we say. First up, I put this elevated bypass train station onto the side of our bus terminal here. 1, I really like how these look, such a fan. And 2, I want rail to meander through here on its way to what will eventually become downtown. So rather than bulldoze stuff later, let's put it in now. Add some railway tracks either side there, turn it off, then it's ready for later on. How organised is that? Then just behind that, the festival area from the concerts DRC, such a cool asset. Then just to bulk it out a bit, I put in 2 of the fan zone parks either side. Then road access behind, change the spawn points, and then I'm going to put in little loading bays for the roadies when we detail it up. Now these assets require road access, which is annoying, and I really don't want to run a road in here, to be honest. I don't mind the little ones for the roadies to use, that feels realistic to me, but it would ruin my vibe at the front. So I've used these paths as road assets by Chameleon DBN. They look like paths, but are actually roads. So that lets us put in the road access the assets are asking for, but doesn't kill our vibe here. Then I've gone in with paths everywhere, so this area is one giant park that happens to have a festival stage at one end. I used the city arch out front and I quite like the look of that. Makes the front part here a little more formal before we head back into the wilds of the park behind. Then in this little part here we have all the tents for the festival goers. Lots of portaloos there so they can go to the toilet. I mean, I don't think they'd have campfires and stuff at Glastonbury, but maybe they do, I don't really know. But I like the way the fires glow at night, so they've made the cut. Then heavy with the trees around the outside, but nice and sparse with open green spaces in the middle. Again, not always wanting to go OTT with the trees, I like to leave green spaces too where it makes sense. I did have concrete paths in here, but I've used invisible park gates on the outsides, and the reason for that is we needed a nature park to unlock tents. But I did a little surface painter and concrete brush and I just didn't like how it looked, so reverted to the nature reserve path instead. I like the one with the lights so it looks nice at night, and actually I quite like the nature reserve vibe here. So this is a fully functioning nature reserve now, and I've named it the Angelo Jandrick Festival Park because you suggested this build, and I think it's only fitting we name it after you, Angelo, so I hope you like it. Right, let's jump over this side now. We have this little park, which I'm naming the Fairview Memorial Park because I've taken out the cemeteries and gone in with a large crematorium. I love this asset, a cracker from Fish Bass on the Steam Workshop. It's in my asset list, so check it out if you want to download it. So the idea here is a nice lush park to join these two sides of our suburb together, but also a nice peaceful place where you could take some time out if you'd lost a loved one, or something like that. I've added in a lake to the middle here with a little island, and I plan to put some trees on there. We've got a couple of park pier assets, then some of the park assets. We can keep this pretty simple, going with a little detailing, but again, I want to keep it lush around the borders, then a bit more open around the lake area in the middle. And that's it. So let's get these detailed up and I'll show you what they look like when we're done. So let's take a look. Starting in our Glaston Mini here, our little festival area. So a bit of detailing at the city arch here, some bollards, planters, more seating near the cafe and loos. And that's our formal archway that leads us back into our festival area. So I went in with lots of additional seating, repeating patterns from the festival area asset. Then some different kind of seating here. Lots of food trucks, as I figured when there's actually nobody performing, they could drive away. They're not permanent features of the park here. Then some green spaces, as you could get the blanket out and chill out to the music if you didn't want to stand up and get close to the action. Then I made this little scaffolding rig here, with lights and little cameraman props, as if the concerts are being streamed or going to be broadcast on TV or something like that. Then obviously police standing there to make sure nobody climbs up that scaffolding for a better view. Then over here I created a little loading bay where the roadies unload all the equipment. You can see the little amplifiers there, mics, crates of stuff. And as you know, I don't really use sim props, but I just couldn't resist here. It didn't feel complete without little sims in their high-vis jackets unloading or directing the trucks. So I'll try not to go crazy with sims moving forward, I promise. But yeah, it definitely felt right here for sure. Lots of CCTV back here because of the expensive equipment, and a little security barrier as well. Then over the other side, same deal here behind the other fan zone park, just smaller. Then I made a little VIP entrance for fans who have backstage passes as well. And the little guy with his clipboard there, checking you're either on the list or not on the list. He's taking his job super serious. Then over to our tent area. A good mix of tent styles in here, some campfires, and tons of portaloos. I fenced them off over this side as I can imagine the smell would be quite intense after a while. Then plenty of path access in and around the bus terminal, and obviously when we get that train up and running, this area will be mobbed with people. Then I put up 3 big screens using the concert DLC assets and fusing a digital screen, some lighting, and these bass speaker assets here. So if you didn't have enough money for the good tickets, you can still catch the performance on the big screen. Then I left the rest of the park relatively untouched. Some large trees for a feature here and there. Some little campfire sites, little toilets, wood store and picnic tables. Just if you wanted to bring a picnic into the park and chill out with your friends, but stay down this end away from the music and everything. Then just around each invisible gate, I just put a sign and some greenery, and that would have, say, the park map and some information and stuff like that on it. And we're doing well, lots of people, plenty of entertainment to level this up when there's enough visitors. And that's our festival area and festival park. I'll just quickly zoom over here too. I put in a park maintenance building as we haven't used one yet, then I just made a little maintenance area out of it, with a road maintenance depot and a small warehouse as well. Our little warehouse behind Costco and Walmart was starting to hit capacity, so this should help even the load a little bit. And then just a few props here, a front end loader there, like it's picking up the sand or gravel to take it to a park or something, and some water tankers or fertilizer tankers. Then up and over to our Fairview Memorial Park. So we have our main gate here, bit of additional parking, then quite lush around the outside. Then a bit lighter on the trees in the middle here. I've used some park assets like the info booth, cafe and toilets, but also props. This isn't a formal type of park, so we have some food vans and seating as well. And just extending the cafe area with some more seating and parasols. A gazebo or two. A little bit of park fencing where it makes sense, say around a cafe or whatever. Then rocks around the main lake in here. Love that rocky look. And yeah, just little places of interest around the park, without going overboard really. Then over to our crematorium. So plenty of parking, extending the seating and decals out front of the cryopreservatory. Then these are little pre-made planters by Ivania. Some bollards, just in case we have a runaway hearse. And then really simple detailing around the little lake here. The modern sculpture from the Plazas and Promenades TLC, just love that copper colour, so nice. And then finally, I named this little part the Otte Crematorium Complex because Otte had originally commented on a previous video that I should bob off the walls of the church, but I wanted to use this superb large crematorium asset here, so it's only fair it's named after you. So I hope you like it. And that's it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Well, that's it for this video. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on the next one. If you're on Discord, jump over to my Discord community and say g'day. And until next time, take care, have a great day, and thanks again for watching.